Mexican-Americans march off yesterday, and, you know, it's been tense ever since. There's been a lot of things going on. Our school needs to just be peaceful now. Again, it's, you know, there shouldn't be this big riot between everybody.
That's a student, you know, hoping and praying probably for peace. It sounds like there's some tensions at Live Oak High School. Again, Cinco de Mayo, these four guys here wore American flags while some Latino students wore red, white, and green to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Now, the four guys wearing the American flag shirts were told by an assistant principal, hey, turn the shirts inside out or go home. They were fearing some kind of trouble. Want to hear from you on it? 1-877-TEL-HLN is the number. Joining us to talk about this, Dom Giordano, former educator, radio talk show host, WPHT in Philadelphia. Also with us, Cathy Areu. She's a former high school teacher and author of Latino Wisdom. Cathy, I'll start with you. Do you think the school did a good job with this, or did they make it worse?
They did what they had to do. They did a good job. They realized at the moment that these four students were up to something, up to no good by wearing those T-shirts. So they did what they had to do, and they asked the kids to turn their shirts around. Happens all the time when you're a teacher, happens all the time when you're in the classroom. So they did nothing wrong. I think those kids went crazy. They said, oh, we were just being patriots. Actually, their parents went crazy. My kids were being patriots. They did nothing wrong, and that's where it blew up. But the school did nothing wrong. Okay,
Dom, I'll say, and both of you, but I'll let Dom comment on this. I think you've got a free speech issue, obviously. You can't tell these four guys you can't wear the American flag where you're letting everybody else wear the Mexican flag, right, Dom? That's an issue right there. You got to handle everybody equally.
Yeah, and they're up to no good, Cathy. I mean, come on, let's not be ridiculous. Mike, I would be fine for good order if the vice principal or principal called these kids aside and said something like, this might be volatile in doing this. Just talk to them. Watch your behavior. Watch anything inflammatory you say or you do around. It's fine to talk to them. But to say you can't wear the American flag in school when all other kinds of flags are being worn, and this is up to no good. And there's a girl, I believe she's Mexican-American, who says, well, we don't wear the Mexican flag on July 4th. She's an American, too. I mean, it's a ridiculous statement. It's an overreaction.
Real quick, Cathy, I'll have you respond on the free speech side of this.
There's many things you can't do in schools. Schools have different rules than you do on the outside world, just because you have to. These are very volatile citizens. They're very young. They're very emotional. So, no, the same rules that apply on the outside world don't apply in schools, and that principal had to do what he had to do. The assistant principal had to make a rule at the moment to keep the peace, to keep it a safe learning environment.
Okay.
Well, Mike, can I just quickly...
Let me point this out, that the school district disagreed with the way that the assistant principal handled this. Another point you want to make, Don, or was that it?
That's what I was going to say in the light of day. And I don't blame this guy being under fire here, Mike. And I don't even like the American flag shirts. I think they're disrespectful. Side issue. But at the end of the day, you can talk to the kid, but you can't tell him to turn the flag inside out, not the American flag.
Let me get a call in real quick. Kirsten's with us in Iowa. Kirsten, go ahead.
Yeah, I think that the kids, you know, whether it was free speech or not, they're still protected, you know, under the American rights, you know, and this is America. Come on. Why shouldn't they wear American flag T-shirts?
Yeah, and okay, here, real quick, Dom, I'll ask you this one, and Cathy, if we have time, I'll get you in on it as well. Yes, I mean, let's be honest, the assistant principal saw there could be trouble brewing. So what's the best way to handle it where you're not going to be dealing with free speech issues and you're going to have the district coming at you saying, hey, you didn't handle this right, we disagree?
Mike, I go back to, again, what I think he should have done is he should have brought these kids in. He should have talked with them about this. And if there are leadership on the other side, people that are upset, talk to them about it. Maybe you have to talk about it system-wide, that we're not going to tolerate violence or anything else around this. And again, if you let them wear the American flag on a day-to-day basis, you can't suddenly yank it away under this circumstance.
All right, here's this statement from the school. It was really a superintendent sent out a mass voicemail to parents, and this is part of it, saying that the Morgan Hill Unified School District does not prohibit, nor do we discourage, wearing patriotic clothing. The incident on May 5th at Live Oak High School is extremely unfortunate. While campus safety is our primary concern and administrators made decisions yesterday in an attempt to ensure campus safety, students should not and will not be disciplined for wearing patriotic clothing. This situation and our response are under review. All right, we're going to continue to follow. Wish we had more time. Dom, Cathy, thanks so much, you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike.
All right, coming up, this one's unbelievable. Doctors and nurses putting kids at risk.